All right. So, sorry for the delay in getting videos out. I've been working on the monitors here. I mean, you've seen pictures; they were pretty much already set up, but I was just trying to, twerk them and get them all set up and everything the way I like it. We got one right here coming straight at me. Then we got one like right here hiding behind the microphone. So my plans kind of backfired a little bit. I was wanting to try to get one out at least once a week. Got a little popping going on. Anyway, I was wanting to try to get one out once a week, but you know how life takes over, and we kind of didn't. I have got to fix that camera right there, the one I'm pointing at right now. I gotta fix that one. I gotta center it a little bit more. This one looks good. Yeah, I like that one. So anyway, like I said, I was wanting to do this at least once a week, but life kind of got in the way. Let me try to get something to drink here a second. Let's see how this sounds. So this podcast is not sponsored by anybody besides myself and my wife. Today we're going to talk about Bigfoot. Are you a believer? Are you a believer? Me? I'm leaning more towards yes, I'm a believer. I went out a few times with different people. I'm not going to mention their names because I don't talk to them anymore. And I kind of stay in contact on Facebook, but as far as using their name and likeness, I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, I think there's just way too much evidence out there to I was going to say approve it, to prove that there is something out there. There's just way too many people that see something and kind of been describing it pretty much the same thing. Bigfoot, the Yeti, Sasquatch. There's lots of other names. And when I hear people talk about it, I mean, yeah, it's kind of sketchy because you really don't know if their evidence is true or if it's fake, because everybody wants to try to be famous. That camera is going to be bugging me. So if you're listening to us on anchor.fm or wherever you get your podcast from, we also have a video of this, which will be in the description below, which will be on our YouTube page. So whenever you hear me talking about videos or some stuff like that, that's where everything will be at. I'm trying to keep this mutual between, half and half. So if you want like more of the visual, then head over to the YouTube page. Like I said, it'll be in the description below. But back to Bigfoot. Yeah, there's just way too much evidence, saying that he does exist. It's like we got footprints. There's tons of footprints. We've got video, we got audio. Yeah, people can say, oh, the audio is probably some other wild animal out in the woods making that noise. Yeah, true. But how can you explain my mind just went blank for a minute there, guys. The footprints. I mean, yeah, I guess somebody could be out there kind of hoaxing it, but when you've got hundreds of people, describing the same thing, like over here in the United States, compared to the people up in Canada or China, across the world, is describing the same thing. I mean, it's, in my opinion, there's just way too much evidence. Also, people kind of saying that Sasquatch, Bigfoot, also is kind of like supernatural. The way he just like disappears. That's true. He could have, like an interdimensional time gate, whatever you want to call it, where he can just walk through it and disappear. I can't remember exactly where, but I did hear, or I might have read, or seen it on TV, where they were following footprints of Bigfoot, and they just, like, disappear. They just walk out in the middle of a field and just kind of, like, poof, they're gone. So, he could be, supernatural. Some people, he could be not related. Fall in the category of aliens, which that'll be on a different episode. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, Bigfoot, there's way too much evidence for me to deny. If he doesn't exist, then why do people waste their time forming these teams and going out and spending, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on equipment just to prove that something don't exist? I guess we really never know until somebody brings a body in. Which also leads us to another one. When I was in the paranormal field, but when I was out in the Bigfoot field, we got some groups that are pro-life, and then we got some that are not. Do you think we need to kill Bigfoot to prove he's alive? Or do you think we need to catch him alive to prove? Either way, if you bring him in, there's our proof that he does exist. But until that time comes, he's pretty much a myth, would you say? Or doesn't exist? And if he never exists, then why are we wasting our time? So, there's just way too much out there. It's crazy. Knowing all that. I'm trying to find some some photos of Bigfoot. I guess the main one, which I'll put it somewhere on here. The Patterson Bigfoot video. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that one. If not, here's a clip of it right here. So, well, not a clip. It's gonna be a picture. But it's just crazy that there's people out in that world that does not want to believe that Bigfoot exists. I can understand because there's really no evidence. There's even no bones. Like, if there's so many Bigfoots out there, then why haven't we seen no bones, right? Do they kind of like... Sorry. I opened my phone up and the last thing I was on was TikTok. The bad guys. I think that's, yep, Mr. Beast. Anyway. Yeah. What does Bigfoot do when a fellow... companion, fellow, whatever they are to them, relatives or whatnot, do they bury them? Do they eat them? You know, exactly what do they do with them? It see, like us, we bury our relatives and everybody. So bury them? Do they eat them? Hold on a second. There we go. So yeah, there's just like way too many questions, and really not enough answers. But I'm sure one day we'll get the answers, as if Bigfoot exists or not. So I guess, you know, if you're on Anchor.fm, listening to us there, you can go to the message and leave us a message, your opinion about Bigfoot. Does he exist to you? Does he not exist to you? Is it, you know, just something people made up? I guess that's the same thing, huh? If you're on YouTube, you know the drill. Comments, you know, the same question. What do you think of Bigfoot? So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.